even if Medikal didn't come to apologize, the media will still push him.
Okay.
You see, if you come to understand what showbiz is, you understand that even if it is the worst news, it is still news.
Yeah. And at that time of the day where we come here to serve you absolutely nothing but the best of compelling, educative, and entertaining content live on the One King Show. My name is Hetty, and it's a pleasure to come your way once again from our beautiful studios here at Onekingmultimedia. Kindly subscribe to all our socials at Onekingmultimedia so you don't miss any of the amazing things we have coming your way. Joining me tonight in the studio is your favorite people. Of course, you know them. Let's go for a quick turn, and when we are back, I'll introduce my panel and the conversation starts. Welcome back from that quick commercial break. The One King Show is proudly sponsored by One King Mineral Water. I always say pick our numbers, let's do business. If you are looking to have a taste of luxury when it comes to drinking water, it's One King Mineral Water. Joining me tonight in the studios, I have with me Bramens, dear gospel musician from my right, and I have Cristero also joining us, and I have Richard Kobe Willie. He has a nice name as Kobe, but I don't know why he wants to be called Mr. Willie. Small boy, but he wants to take your father's name, Mr. Willie. Whilst you have Kobe. Anyway, welcome to the studio.
Thank you. When you just mentioned my last name, it brought me up to the conversation of a tribe that is currently going on in this country. Now, we are all going to stand by our names. Mm-hmm. If I mention my name and you laugh, everywhere I go, you are in trouble. Because it seems there is a group of people.
I know where this is coming from.
Their names are mentioned, even though the names are horrifying, very, very big names. They feel like you're attacking them.
Interesting one. We've got lots and lots of this and more coming up on the One King Show. Kindly subscribe to our socials at One King Multimedia. Now let's head straight into conversations for the day. That is Clickbus. Let's take a turn. When we are back, we'll have more to talk about. Moving to our first conversation on our Clickbus, Ghanaian rapper Medikal has returned to Ghana after a successful show at London's Indigo at the O2 on May 3rd, 2024. And speaking in an interview upon his arrival, he addressed his recent outburst at the media, and he's currently sending words of apologies to the media. Kobe, did you foresee this?
I think yes, because after election, no campaign. the main conversation that we were having is over. The O2 is over. So what's next is supposed to be his next move. And I know from his itinerary he's going to Europe. I think his first trip is in Italy for his concert there. He's going on a tour, an Europe tour. So I know he would need the media at this point again. Because it was the media that he used to sell.
Did he forget it initially?
It happens.
Wow.
It happens when you are overwhelmed or whatever happens around you.
You set people up for attacks like that.
You see, when you are okay, you forget some things. You forget that the media was actually promoting it for the last 6 months before we got to the D-Day of the event.
Yeah.
So now coming back, you would have to use the media again. Social media is going to play a role, no doubt. But the traditional media also has that missing ingredients. Whenever you are doing promo, you know the new media is the space to promote whatever. But in all your decision making, the traditional media also fits in. No matter what you do, you have to fit in. Because I'm sure with all he did to YouTube, you'll definitely have to be on their platform.
Yeah.
Which I'm really waiting to see what will happen. The reaction over there. And I know other platforms that he would go and this question will come up. And one thing is, no one is going to stop talking about he and fella. People will still ask questions. And so I just pray that as he's back, people would just put whatever happened aside. He's come out to apologize and
you think it should be accepted?
Well, whatever happens, you have to accept it. I feel there's no need to hold it.
Is he really remorseful?
Who cares? No one cares anymore.
Anyways, let me come to Chris Terra. Chris, your guy says make we forgive him.
The apology itself didn't sound like an apology to me, because if you are remorseful about whatever you've done, you just go straight and apologize. And I'm a human, and I am this, and I am that, and you see,
it's like he was trying to explain himself.
So
some damage control.
If what I did not go down well, if I did not speak, but you know it. You know, go straight and apologize. If you want to apologize, go straight and apologize to the people.
Right.
Charlie, I think I erred. You know, I did not speak well. I know try. So then. So please forgive me. Definitely, I will need you guys. You understand? Just go straight, and then I'm a human. Yes, you are human. We know.
Who doesn't know that?
But at a point in time, because you know you are a human and you have attained a certain level, you need to apply what we call emotional intelligence. Yes, you don't tell people, or you don't tell an interviewer what he is supposed to ask you. You understand? It is either you answer or not.
Okay.
It is not about calling back at the person and all of that. I mean, it was not necessary. I mean, I don't think this apology is just some damage control, because certainly once he is back, he would have to be on some media houses for some more interviews. Social media, yes. Now there is there's a marriage between social media and then the traditional media.
Yeah.
Social media is much dependent on traditional media, especially in where we find ourselves. And then the traditional media now is also marrying social media. So, I mean, that's how it is. You cannot just ignore the traditional media and concentrate solely on social media. You know, they go hand in hand. So, if you think that the social media is there, and so you would want to insult and look down upon those in the traditional media, then it is up to you. You understand? So, for me, it is just that thing.
It's just a gimmick or
I
something.
mean, he has come back. He knows he will need the traditional media. So for me, I don't see that as an apology, because if you have reasons, you know, if I erred, go straight, apologize, and that's all. It ends it, and everyone will know that you have been, remorseful about what you did. You understand? So, and this also brings up that question. Okay, if indeed he's apologizing, then what happens to those who came to back? You know,
people are also saying, don't you think that the apology is supposed to be directed to Miss G and UT, because that is where these are the people you addressed or you attacked?
So that is why I'm saying that there are question marks around the apology. And I also have this thing in mind. So how about those who came back to back after his
Rants
interview with Miss G? You understand? All those people who came back and insulted Miss G. You understand? Now what happens to them? The man you stood for.
Recently, I think Ifya Schwarzenegger also jumped on Miss G after Medical's interview. A whole lot of insults.
And so that is why I'm asking this question. That is why I'm asking this question. Those who were there supporting Medikal and insulting Miss G, what happens to them now? Now the main man has come out to apologize.
They should do same too.
If they are not going to do it, it is up to them. You understand? I don't care about whether they apologize or not.
You think Medikal should call them to order?
I don't think Medikal has control over them, but it is in their face. Yes. It is now in their face.
It's in their face. This is coming from Christero. Brament, I like your posture when it looks like you had something to counter on that one. Or
yes.
Medikal says he's sorry for the outburst and rants. We should forgive him.
So first of all, I would like to say that it seems Ghanaians still don't understand show business.
Okay.
When Willie was talking and when Chris was talking, I was just looking at it and I'm like, that is a typical Ghanaian way of thinking.
Okay.
Even if Medikal didn't come to apologize, the media will still push him.
Okay.
You see, if you come to understand what showbiz is, you understand that even if it is the worst news, it is still news.
Yeah.
So Medikal knew what he was doing when he was doing it. It was as if someone pushed him, or it wasn't as if he wasn't emotionally intelligent or he was emotionally unintelligent. No, he knew what he was doing. And him coming out to apologize and whatever, he knows what he's doing. It is showbiz. That's what people should understand. Once the person is in that space where the media spotlight is on the person, Charlie, showbiz is a different world on its own. Basically, anything that I will do that will get conversations going about me, I'm doing it. So if we understand it from that angle, you realize that his apology or his rants or whatever, it doesn't really matter. Because that is what sums up the showbiz itself. So for me, I don't really care about whether he did apologize. Even if he didn't apologize, it doesn't matter. Because that is what makes up the showbiz space that we are all in and we are talking. If he didn't apologize, yes, he came. What next? We need to have business to do. So when it comes to showbiz, I have come to understand that now it is not really personal for these guys. Because anything that you will do that will get you that relevance, get you that conversation, get you that clout, that is what they do. And it in return comes back to them, as profit. So whether or not he did apologize, it really doesn't matter. You see, even if he didn't apologize, he will still go on the UTV show.
They will still need
because
him.
even Miss G, see, for them they know it is showbiz. How many times hasn't Shatta ranted all over and said whatever? He has been on that UTV platform several times.
No, I think that's after
the one
he insulted the owner of the show. He's never been there.
I'm not talking about that particular. I'm talking about prior to that. There are times that he has ranted.
But he never attacked those on the show or the show.
I'm not talking about attack.
I think his only time there was when McBrown was there.
He went there twice.
Yes.
All of it when McBrown was there.
The second time, before he went there the second time, he had ranted and shouted like that his normal thing about what is going on in the UTV studio. But he went there again. What I'm saying is that they understand that it is showbiz. So for them, nothing is really personal. Unless, there's something in between.
Some missing ingredient.
You understand that we are not. But if that is not there, everything is showbiz. So for me, it's one of those things. Like, I really don't care about the apology. I don't really care whether he did apologize or even if he didn't. I mean, I don't really care because that is showbiz.
Okay, that is showbiz.